Hello, welcome back. I got some evocation done. So, can do Firestorm now, which clears out skellies and things. What else have we got at 7? There's also Acid Storm, Murdering Winter we could maybe do one day. I think we've got what? We've got a Water 2 mage somewhere, 2 boosters, maybe not. Maybe in the long time from now, might be able to do it. We make a LE staff somehow. I don't know, probably not. In fact, there's not really much else here we can use, is there? But Firestorm's pretty good. Shimmering Fields we can also do. I'm not sure if I want to deploy that while I'm also doing mass flight though, because my units are going to very quickly be on the enemy units, so who knows. I don't need extra range for this as well. Good spell though. Storm of Thorns would be nice if we had nature mages. All of ours are N1 though. I guess we could do Rain of Stones in a communion, but I don't know. Anyway, there's evocation. Did Hidden Sand again. One of our mages got attacked by a Ballymore Horror. Must have been holding a lantern for too long. 3 battles then. We have Marshlands, which is 15 mages moving into a 6 PD province, and one of them dies. How does that happen? Just random sling stone. Good stuff. Okay. I mean, yeah, there's 15 mages taking a province. And Shade Forest is the big stack, moving towards our cap. So, losing Tengus, but be expected. Also moved into Anophalia. This is where I had a Tyrant. There's also some mercenaries. So all the mercenaries get cleared out. Which causes my Lastrygonian to rout. Because he hasn't gone berserk yet, which is a shame. So he was almost out the mages. But instead he retreats. And then he gets hit once and goes berserk, and then he just gets shredded by water lilies, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, they do a lot. I thought since he has 26 protection and blunt resistance, he might be okay, but nope. Yeah, they just get too many attacks. Probably got quite a bit of fatigue as well from all the spell casting. There's no actual units for him to Soul Vortex from. He's got Earth Power, but yeah, he's over 100 fatigue now. So not great, unfortunately. Lost to Lastrygonian for basically nothing. Let's kill one Ryujin. Yeah, a bit awkward. Oh well. Nice events though. We got Spirit of Summer awoken early, bringing summer and prosperity to the land. Heat and growth and tax and province income of +3, but you know, it's something. Scatly, a cabal of sorcerers, has been destroyed. Another Eye Catcher, Ring of Fire, some gems. Some Fire Gems and Jerub, some ore deposits in Stone Heavens for 40 resources, caught some scouts, and yeah, bought some new mercenaries. But that is it for messages. Yeah, still an awkward position. I mean, Erythrea is just taking all of Agartha's stuff for free while he sits in Utgard, so I don't really have much to say about that. This big stack is now adjacent to my cap though, so only really one thing I can do at the moment, which is move patrol everything onto my cap. Hope this bumps into us, so we'll do that and see what happens. So this is a big script. I can move almost everything I have to Phlegra except my 90 crossbows that were being led by my prophet. Where is my prophet? Alt home. There you are. So my prophet can't quite move to Phlegra, and his, I think it was 90 crossbows, yeah, can't move to Phlegra. So that's a shame. You know, 90 crossbows would be pretty good. But everything else important can move to Phlegra this turn. So, I'll start just by showing off the Dust Priests, because they're kind of important. We have some Life After Death going up on turn 2, hopefully, and also some Rigor Mortis. Also doing some Heat from Hell. So Rigor Mortis and Heat from Hell is already a pretty nice combo. We don't have Relief, but we do have a lot of Undead, so... also putting up Darkness, and Anti-Magic, and I think that's it for big stuff from these guys. They're all up in the corner, though. We're just going to be doing some Skelly spamming after that, I imagine. Getting some value out of our 2 Skull Staves already, which is nice. Other stuff is a bit harder to show off because it's all coming from different provinces, but we have lots of Ghouls and Soulless at the back. A line of Mercs, and then lots of Dust Warriors in the front. Then we have the mages up here that have like a Heat Aura or something. Are all inside this block with a couple of units. And then the bulk of the mages are in this block with these units. Then in the front we got some Slingers, we got a couple of Crossbows, and that's it for units. Mages are mostly around here in this middle bit where my god is. There's like a wall of Communion Slaves, since they end up very tanky once they've got some buffs, so they're kind of arranged around all of the mages. Bunch of random commanders. Less Dragonians are also here in the front as well. So, you know, lots of stuff here. I've shown off the Dust Priest spells. Other stuff we've got going off is anyone who's E2 or 3 is doing Legions of Steel on some stuff to give it some more prop. We have some Communion Master Oppressor guys who are also doing the usual Mass Flight, Fog Warriors, Arrow Fend, all that kind of stuff. More Legions of Steel. The Nature Mages are kind of arranged around blessing people who need to be blessed, especially the Dust Priest. So I'll do some blessing. There's a few around the slaves as well to do heal. Just in case the Communion Slaves start dying, they can maybe heal them a bit. Less Dragonians will have the same script. They won't attack rear, they should be flying by the time they get their spells done. My god's going to do Weapons of Sharpness on a big block in the middle, and then try and put up Firestorm as well at some point. For better or for worse. A lot of our mages have fire resistance. I'm trying to make sure they all cast like Ellie Fortitude at least, or something like, you know, Resist Fire and Phoenix Power give fire resistance. Temper Flesh gives fire resistance. So we'll have a little bit of protection from Firestorm. Hopefully it's enough. And besides that, yeah, I've just given out the remaining random items we have to different mages. A couple of our Dust Warrior commanders have like a weapon, an Eye Catcher or something. This guy's got what? Dusk Dagger. Yeah. There's a couple of mages who are doing spells that I don't want to be fatiguing the Communion. So they've been given crossbows. A couple of these commanders have crossbows as well. Yep, but that's everything. We'll just move Patrol into Phlegra, see if this bumps into us or not. If it does, that's nice, because it gives us a nice little battle. Maybe we'll be victorious, maybe we won't, and we'll just be out. But if he chickens out and just moves up or something, that's like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll start playing cat and mouse. But for now, this is all I've got, really. I did a lot of alchemy this turn, turning fire gems into death gems. So that pretty much every single mage we have that has some death magic puts up Soul Vortex eventually. But that's really all there is to say about this turn. No forging or anything, just, yeah, everything just patrolling my cap. And we'll see what happens. So, yeah, that's it for turn 51. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Right, we got 2 more raids from Jomon. Pretty large group of mages taking out these provinces. There's 9 Ryujin and 5 Onmyojis. I mean, it's a lot, you know. Seems excessive. So yeah, not much to say otherwise. I don't think any of these guys are particularly interesting. Just saw that one of them is diseased, but besides that. Alright, there's the, yeah, there's the Arena Champion guy as well that he's got. So, Champion's Headband, Golden Sandals, with a Ring of Regen, Albert of Might, and Heroic Quickness. 60 combat speed's pretty nice. Yeah, besides that though, I think they can, you know, probably take out most PD provinces, if I had to guess. Besides that, nothing too big, except there was a battle in Phlegra. I'll look at one of the Midgard battles though, because yeah, this is Midgard taking the throne. Have we seen Midgard's Bless yet? I can't remember. Well, it's big either way. That's a very big bless. We have a storm as well. Yeah, it's a lot of units though, into a pretty empty fort, so it goes the way you would imagine. Not much we can do about that at the moment though. Hopefully Midgard is happy with what he has and doesn't press in. Anyway, we had a battle in Phlegra. So I moved everything I could here, pumped up the PD a bit. We do have quite a lot of dust guys now as well. We've summoned quite a few of these guys. Some less Dragonians in the battle, crossbows, some undead, lots of giants, communion in the middle, my god. I mean, yeah, I did my best to protect this province, but German has a lot of stuff. Tons of archers, lots of Tengu, got some Yamabushis, very experienced Yamabushis as well. Lots of mages, lots and lots of mages. Got a flame guy, flame spirit. Do you have any items? No. A couple of Dai Tengu in here. Lots of region off on the sides. So, pretty important battle. I think our army looks more impressive though, right? The lines of troops in the front really, really elevate it, if you ask me. Anyway, first thing we want to do is get off all of our big buffs. Fog Warriors and Mass Flight and so on. Unfortunately, German puts out Foul Vapors, which you don't have any protection against. And Storm. And Storm's a bit annoying because Storm, of course, stops us from being able to fly. So, all of these Lustragonians who are about to have a Soul Vortex on them are going to be trapped in amongst our giants, unfortunately. But we got the rest of our spells at least. We've got Fog Warriors, we've got Arrowfend. We also do Heat from Hell and Darkness. Darkness, perhaps unsurprisingly, makes the battle a little bit harder to tell what's going on. But kind of cool. See our guys over here, they'll have great stats. The Yamabushis and such, not so much anymore. I guess their attack's still pretty good with the katanas though, because they're great weapons. So this is slightly awkward now that these guys are trapped. I was hoping that the most things were supposed to walk forward and hit the front, but the last Dragonians were on attack rear to shoot through at least Genjis, but we could have outstorm. Foul Vapors is going to be hurting some of our mages and stuff as well. I do have some nature mages in amongst the communion though doing heals, so maybe that'll help. Our Dust Priests are getting hit by Cleansing Water, unfortunately. We're doing some nice spells. That's some pretty big gifts from heaven. Now, another mistake was probably putting putting Phoenix Pyre on our mages. I just thought our mages would be kind of safe, you know. I thought maybe pretty outside chance we'd die. But since a lot of these guys are poisoned and dying of poison, and I'm pretty sure I did propagate, let me just check. Yeah, I propagated Phoenix Pyre through our communion, which might not have been a good idea, I don't know. They do have some fire resistance, so it might not be the worst thing in the world. But, yeah, you can see lots of people exploding. People exploding, dropping meteors. Less Dragonians stuck in the units. More explosions. These guys got to the front at least. You're gonna have to get used to the barbecue sound effects. Probably should not have done Phoenix Power on the mages. We are at least cleaning up the front line. Another spell I did cast at the very beginning of combat was Life After Death, so... Oh, the storm has ended. Okay, so now the Lastriodians can fly in. This is much better. Here's some guys with Phoenix Power who ended up at the back. They are very tanky though. 20 protection, resists, protective force, routing with 1 hit point, explodes and then turns into a soulless. Who doesn't have Phoenix Power anymore, okay. For the best, probably. Probably isn't great either. A bunch of... Oh, I think I repositioned mages without thinking about Soul Vortex. So, you know, lots of things in this battle. Probably could have gone better. If I had to be honest. I'm gonna guess a lot of our giants are very tired now as well. Yeah, 200 fatigue. We had Heat from Hell and Rigor Mortis. And the Heat Auras as well, of course, around them. So, I'm glad that Steropes here is kind of surviving. Just being immersed in Soul Vortexes. But yeah, I'll put this on turbo now. Let the cleanup happen. Looks like a guy just got petrified to death. So, there's Phlegra. First thing to notice is, yeah, we killed 354 of 382 things. That's going to be a bit of a setback for Jomon. We killed quite a lot of mages as well, but not big mages, just like Shugenjas and things, so... 20 Master Shugenjas, 13 Onmyojis. These are slow to recruit, so... That is kind of a big hit as well. Only 5 Ryujin though, since most of the Ryujin are grouped up for tackling PD. One of the Daitengu, the Flame Spirit. You know, not bad, and then 354 units. So the Amabushis are Kappa and these Sacreds. Still 43 of those. Tengu Warriors are the Daitengu units, so 15 of those. 74 Archers, 111 Urbands, 23 Karasu Tengu. Yeah, the units aren't super impressive. Nice to clear out all of the junk though. And what did it cost us? So it kind of looks worse than it is because a lot of this stuff died and then just turned into soulless, which isn't too bad. It lost a Cloud Mage and, you know, nothing too bad in terms of commanders. The big loss for mages were Shackled Mages, unfortunately. Lost 15 of those, but besides that, you know, 1 Oppressor General, 3 Archons. It's not too bad. And we also lost all of our Woodhenge Druids, which is unfortunate. I'm wondering if they went off script and gave themselves like bark skin or something, and then just got devastated by all the Phoenix Pyres. But yeah, losing 10 Woodhenge Druids actually kind of sucks, because I liked having them for like supply more than anything. They're also able to bless mages as well, so it saves important mages having to cast Blessing, you know? You just put one near the Dust Priest and put one near the Oppressor Archon guys and, yeah, handle blessings, but bit of a shame to lose them. Besides that, units-wise, I mean, we lost 4 Flingers and 11 Soldiers, that's not too bad. I only lost 5 of the Dustwalkers and 1 of the Warriors, and you can see how many we have. We have like over 100 of these guys now. And as you can see from the kills, they're extremely lethal. So, yeah, lost virtually none of that. 19 ghouls, doesn't really matter. Some crossbows, 9 light infantry, the mercenaries. See, none of this really matters. And yeah, I mean, gained some soulless. So, cost us very little, mostly just some Shackle Mages and some Woodhenge Druids. And completely blew away that army. So, all in all, not too bad. We do also gain some of this stuff as Soulless as well, which is, you know, Soulless aren't amazing, but better than just losing the mages. Events then, Jerub, Unrest. Even more, Unrest. Stone Heavens, a runaway thief was slain, got some Earth Gems. In Upshire, we got an evil lord in Hirelings trying to take over the land again. It's these guys. They're back. They're taking another province off me. It's going to remind you I have luck scales. It feels... You know... Hey! Not very fair. And Robberhome, 2 nature gems. And yeah, well, less Dragonians get in the Hall of Fame as well. IT Help Desk powered by ChatGPT. That's the wrong one, that's the guy pillaging. New famous hero. Complaints about personal hygiene, that's the guy who got in the Hall of Fame. Has extraordinary agility. Pretty nice one. I mean, agility is attack and defense, right? Yeah. So with this gear, he's on 17 attack and 22 defense. Not bad. Pretty cool. He's the first one in the Hall of Fame anyway. And that's it for messages. Yeah. Took care of the initial Germany's thrust. There's the throne we just saw getting taken by Midgard. And there's the problems we just lost to the evil lord and his hirelings. So Uruthea has just kind of swept away Agartha, who's just sat in Utgard. Probably going to get up this throne as well. I would really like to get this throne back, but I can see stuff moving towards it, which is not great. Feels like Agartha may have just given up. Which is a bit of a shame, since he basically parked this giant stack next to me and then didn't do anything. But besides that, what to do now? Well, we have a ton of stuff in Phlegra at the moment. I'm gonna just kind of spread it out and try and take back as much territory as possible. Maybe try and clip some extra stuff. I have to get back the water provinces. I want to try and punish Jomon for, you know, attacking us. So, let's put things up. We have to be a bit careful because of the, like, huge groups of mages just walking around. They are a bit problematic, so I can't just send solo stuff in. Like, I could just send less Dragonians into these provinces, and that'd probably be okay, but... Rid is getting all the crossbows with my prophet that was sort of stranded in Broken Land. And I'll send some giants as well to back them up, and a last Dragonian. So it's a nice little army. Sending along one guy with a fire in a jar as well to do some flaming arrows on these guys. And also a random soulless guy. These are nice, you know, it's nice to have these mages as soulless, but of course they don't heal, which is a bit awkward, because he's just stuck on 5 hit points now until he dies. Yeah, he's also a 6 magic resistance undead, so it's probably not going to last very long in combat. But I'll try and get some wind guide on these guys if we have a real fight with him. And you can also try and cast Gift of Flight on the last Dragonian. So that'll head to Rid. We'll group up there and push down. Mulliton's going to get attacked by all of the dust guys, more or less. So lots of dust warriors and dust walkers. We got Louis. This is the mercenary company. They all died and turned into soulless, which is quite funny. So they'll be joining them. There's a couple of big commanders, a couple of giants. And yeah, I think there's 3 dust priests. Basically just doing Horde of Skeletons. And yeah, that's about it, really. Well, this guy coming along with a communion. Just spam some Blade Wind. I imagine Blade Wind might clear out Water Lilies fairly well. Since I don't think Water Lilies have any protection, so might be okay. And Failure is getting a ton of undead stuff. Lots of big undead soulless guys as well, which is cool. And 2 tyrants. And then, yeah, a bunch more giants. I've also got the one of the nature mages spamming heal with this guy who is still walking around on 1 hit point. I'm gonna somehow he didn't get healed in that last battle at all, I don't think. Actually, he might not have been in that battle. I can't remember now. But either way, I'm gonna send him out. He's got a nature mage right next to him. He's just scripted to do nothing but cast heal. So maybe we can save him, I don't know. But those guys go to Failure. And finally, Shade Forest, where I can see a bunch of stranded archers. Yeah, a ton of more undead units, so ghouls and soulless. Along with some random commanders who are all very injured. And our Hall of Fame Tyrant. He's the poison guy. You'd have no problems cleaning up a bunch of archers. So, running up, we'll then march down, take some of this stuff back, and see where these stupid Ryujin go. Do our best to hold this stuff. I'm sending the named Gante guy, Enceladus, to Broken Land. We should be able to do another Hidden in Sand next month, so that's good. I'm forging a pair of Earth Boots, because I still would like to summon some poison golems going forward. We need those for that. And yeah, some of the Dust Priests are heading out. 3 of them are remaining behind to do some Soulless reanimation. And this guy is staying behind because, yeah, he's the D4 2 guy, who will eventually do poison golems. Everyone else just sitting still, doing a bit more research. It would be nice to get to Evocation 9, I suppose. It gives us another big use for fire gems. So for the time being, that is that. Just gotta try and grab our territory back and hopefully get this throne back. But if not, maybe we come down here and take some territory, super peace with Jomon, and then take this throne and maybe take some of Abyssio's stuff instead. Would be nice to end their dominion, because we don't really have much dominion now because of lost all our water temples, and then yeah, we're getting pressed horribly by Abyssio's dominion. So see what happens. And that is it for the turn. So nice battle at least. Doing no recruitment because our income sucks, but might alchemize some more fire gems next month. Whatever's left over from Hidden in Sands casting. Alright, that's turn 52 though, so thanks for watching. See you next time.